Hey YouTube, it's been a long time since I've made a video. Other parts of my life are just skyrocketing right now, and there's simply just not enough time in a day to be making videos. But this is a craft I wanted to do for my sister's bridal shower. I found this on Pinterest and decided to see if the crafty person in me could do it. I will encourage you to learn from my mistakes in this. I'm, first off, not a hugely crafty person, and on top of that, this was my first time attempting this particular craft, so please learn from my mistakes. Also, disclaimer, I wanted to make this craft, and it was a rainy Sunday, and I didn't have any makeup on, I didn't have my hair done, and I didn't even stop to think about putting makeup on and making myself look attractive for the camera. And I am okay with that in the sense that I shouldn't have to put on 3 pounds of makeup and do my hair up all nicely to be on camera. I enjoy making YouTube videos, and that should be the only thing that makes me make YouTube videos, not being all done up with hair and stuff. For this craft, you are going to need a hula hoop. All of these items can be found at a local craft store. I found them all at the dollar store, saved huge money. Hot glue gun and glue sticks. I got a couple packages, didn't know how much I'd need. Fake flowers / plants that you want to glue on. I personally went with roses just because of the theme of the bridal shower, but you can choose whatever you want. String. The one on Pinterest had ribbon, but I liked the look of string better. Masking tape, or whatever kind of tape that is, a silver tape, and clothespins. And I think here is where I go to grab scissors. There you go. So, for the hula hoop, that's me struggling to get the price tag off. I struggled hard. The color I wanted to go with was silver because it matched the bridal shower theme. If you can find a silver hoop, honestly, you're going to be saved. Going forward, I tried to find silver tape. I couldn't. Well, this kind of tape here, the masking tape, was the closest I could get. Going forward, I would like to see if I could find silver ribbon. I think it would just make it look a lot nicer. But, from far away, it doesn't look too bad. Up close, it looks a little scary. But yes, a silver tape or a silver ribbon or any color that you want would work well. And like I said, best yet, a silver hoop or hoop of your color, of the color that you're going with. I did my best to try to get the tape to go around smooth so that it wouldn't be wrinkly. I couldn't figure it out. It just kept getting caught. So again, learn from my mistake, and I hope you have a technique that can help it not go wrinkly, or again, use like a ribbon or something that's just a little bit more smooth and not so ruggedy edged. On second thought, spray paint may also work really well. I personally was just in a rush to get the materials to go home and be able to make it, so I just kind of found the best that I could. But I'm sure if you looked around and put your mind to it, I'm sure you can find something a lot better than masking tape. Duct tape, that's what it's called. It's not masking tape, it's duct tape. So now you're going to glue on your fake leaves. This was a bit of a struggle for it being my first time. It's wire. They're not plastic, they're made with wire, which worked well in a sense because it kept everything in place while I glued, and it looks more perky now that the craft is done, for lack of a better word. But I was trying to cut the wire, like the stems off with normal scissors. It didn't work, so I tried like bending them. So I ended up, in the end, I found wire cutting scissors, which worked well. And at the time, as soon as I found the wire cutting scissors, I thought I should have cut them right away, right off the bat. But now looking back on it, I think it's best that I left it without cutting it first, because again, it kept everything in place and how I wanted it. And then once everything was glued in place, then I could go back and cut it with wire cutting scissors. So again, that was just kind of like my first trial and error. That's what that is right there. Glue gun took a lot more glue than I expected, which is fine. It's going to stay in place. And I did not burn myself once. Yay me. Now onto the flowers. Again, I chose roses just because it went well with the bridal shower theme. And same idea with the wires. In terms of gluing it on, I didn't glue them all side by side because I wanted it to be a little bit more 3D. So a few of the roses were glued on top of other roses just to give it a little bit more of a 3D look. But of course, you can have any kind of flower you want, and you can glue them on whichever your little heart desires. Also, can we take a note that every time I go to glue something on and get closer and closer to it, I'm going to end up having my head right in with the flowers and that bush thing there. I just think that's funny. Here's a zoomed in look on how I chose to glue the leaves and the flowers, and how where they are cut with the wire. Not the most attractive look, so I will try to find like a silver or red ribbon or something to put there to cover it up a little bit more. Maybe like to make it look like a bouquet, I'm not really sure. But I'll try and find something that up close or from far away it doesn't look too bad. Now onto the string. Again, Pinterest had used ribbon. I liked the look of string a little bit better, plus that's the only thing I could find. I started with making a handle just so I could keep good track of where the middle was, of where it will be hanging on the wall. And I just simply did a double knot and then tucked the knot in behind the hoop at the back. You'll see the final handle in the final picture at the end of this video. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. I started by making a knot right next to the knot on the handle just to keep it clean. I then take the string down a little bit on a diagonal. I go around the hoop twice and then I bring it back up to the top again on another diagonal to make a V. Go around the hoop twice and then back down. Now it should look like an N letter. And then if you do it again, it will look like a W, and you keep going across the hoop. This is not how Pinterest did it, but I liked this look. This is actually something I learned how to do dream catchers in summer camp this past summer, and I really loved the look of it. Because if you do it going horizontally, or vertically I should say, and then do it going horizontally, with the angles and everything, it gives it like a fun crisscross look. One thing I will say about this though, again, learn from this mistake of mine, is while you're doing it, glue it. Because in my end picture, you'll see some of the strings are a bit loose, so I will have to go back and fix it a bit and then glue it in place, just because it slides down a bit. Again, that's just trial and error, learning from my mistake. And wrapping it around twice, around the hoop twice, just makes it look a little bit more fun or sturdy, I guess. I don't know what the word is. I liked the look though. Here I tried to measure it out with a little bit extra just in case, because trying to now fit that ball of string through the small holes got a little bit complicated, so I just decided to cut the string off, so all I had to do was pull the rest of the string through. I don't know if that made any sense to you. Yeah, and then you just repeat it both ways. If you could even do it a third way if you wanted. But this worked really well for me, and I really liked the look of it at the end. And then I just tried to keep knotting the ends to pre-existing knots, just so you don't have too many knots, keep it clean looking. Here's a closer image of it going down on a diagonal. You go over twice, and then you go back up on a diagonal to make a V look. I also didn't realize until after I made this video how zoomed in I am on the pictures, which is kind of creepy. So, oops! But anyway, that's the design I went with. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. It didn't actually take me all that long, maybe just a couple hours, hour and a half, I'm not really sure. And then you can just take clothespins and clothespin pictures on. That's not my total finishing product, but I think that's as close as I'm going to get, other than adding some ribbons for the flowers. So yeah, I hope you liked my tutorial. It was really fun to do. I really liked this.